Okay, so we don't normally go bonkers crazy bananas over Halloween decorations. We do a little bit here and there, but this year we really wanted to do a little bit more and have some fun inside the house. So we decided we'd pick 3 different areas of the living room and use a little bit of money and a lot of the things we already had to sort of gussy them up for the holiday. The first surface that we decorated was actually the console right by the door. And we always place a big glass bowl of candy here, but we never really make it look festive. So this year we decided to get a nicer bowl. We grabbed this one at Target. We like it because you can probably use it other times of the year. It's not super Halloween-y, it just lends itself to this Halloween scheme. We also picked up this bird, which is super Halloween-y. It's a little crow we got for 50% off at Michael's. We got this little $2 plate at Target, and we snatched up these little votives, which were also super cheap at Target. So, but other than that, everything's stuff we already owned. We had figurines, paperweights, candlesticks, votive holders, and even books. The funny thing about the books is that they all had sort of black spines, and then when we read their titles, they were perfect for Halloween. We had The Book of Fate, Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, Spook, and Everything Bad is Good for You. So we thought that was a really fun way to bring some personality to the table and add some height and some dark, evil feeling. We also had these letters that spell out love from the flea market, and that is not dark or evil. But when you rearrange them, we thought it was really funny that they almost spell out evil. They spell out evil with an O, E-V-O-L. But all we did is flip the O over, draw in an I with marker, and now it says evil. We think that's sort of a cheeky message to your guests. You could use wood blocks, Scrabble tiles, anything with letters on it to spell out a greeting or a warning to anyone coming to your door. We also altered this picture. John did it. It was very creepy / romantic. He took our wedding picture and turned us into skulls. And we just get a kick out of it, and we think it's funny just to put it for the Halloween season, see if anyone notices, and then switch it back out for the original after the season's over. So that's our little tablescape, and we even had this swatch of burlap we had laying around, and we threw that down. So a lot of stuff we already had, a few things we purchased, and we're pretty excited about the sort of non-orange pumpkin theme. We went sort of a dark vampire meets Edgar Allan Poe. So here I am kneeling by the fire, except it's not a fireplace, it is a whole mess of candlesticks. We have mercury glass, crystal, votives, everything we already own. So we didn't buy a single candlestick or votive holder. They were all things we already had, and we just grouped them in mass. And they created sort of a glammy, they could almost be New Year's Eve or Christmas themed, except for the unmistakable bleeding candles. And that's a little Martha Stewart trick. The only amount of money we spent for this entire setup was 69 cents. And we purchased one red candle. It was a long pillar candle. And all we did is burn that candle at the end so the wax dripped down these taper candles that we already owned. So we altered the taper candles that were fully white into look like they're bleeding from the red wax dripping down them. So that's the little Martha Stewart trick we used, and 69 cents to turn this table from glammy New Year's to Twilight meets True Blood vampire fun. So that's the coffee table. Now we're going to go on into the dining room. Burger's very excited about this scheme, far more than the rest. He loves this area because it's almost an ode to him. We have everything from this Old Navy pashmina I grabbed from my closet. Gotta love when you can wear something and your table can wear it too. We actually purchased these pumpkins. They were 2 for the price of 1 at Michael's, and also these feathers at Michael's for a few cents. So that was the only stuff we bought. We already had these hurricanes. This cake stand was in the kitchen. These ceramic fruits were in the kitchen. This was on my desk with some pens in it. So we already had everything, and even had this greenhouse in the guest bedroom, and we used to keep a fern in it. So we popped out the fern and threw in this little portrait that John had made for me. It's a silhouette of Burger, but we loved that it was black and white, and for some reason when you throw it behind glass, it looks almost medicinal, like it's a specimen or some sort of mad scientist thing going on. And we even threw a stopwatch in there just because we thought it went along with the specimen thing. But raising it up on a cake stand was really fun. And then this is the reason Burger's very excited about this tablescape. These are actually his treats. They're oyster bones from Target, and they sell like 15 in a bag for $2. And we love them because they don't smell and they're really hard, and they're great for cleaning his teeth. But who knew? They also look like they could come from a Halloween prop store, and they're just sort of like understated bone-colored ceramic things, but they're not actually ceramic, they're made of oyster. But the great news is that we used 6 on the table, 2, 2, and 2, and the rest are gonna go in Burger's belly. So gotta love a compromise like that. So that's our little black, white, Edgar Allan Poe, Twilight, True Blood, specimen, everything else we mentioned scheme in the living room. So we hope you enjoyed it. We're certainly loving it. Who knows if next year we'll do something orange or go mummy or something else, but we're really enjoying this sort of dark black and white scheme this year, and we hope you guys are too. So until then, happy Halloween! Until then? Until when?